Do you choose conflict or bliss? Joyfully Married After Podcast, Episode 8. This is Joyfully Married After with Heath and Tracy. I'm Heath.
And I'm Tracy.
We're joyfully married after how many years, baby?
26.
26 years, 4 kids, corporate jobs, entrepreneurs, and this podcast is our view on life through our lens.
Let's go.
So, baby, we're talking about resolving conflict in marriage. So the question becomes, do you choose conflict or are you like me?
You're so blissful, baby.
And choose bliss.
He's so blissful.
Choose bliss, baby.
We both dislike conflict.
Is that a t-shirt? Choose bliss.
I like it.
So we both, what about conflict?
We both dislike conflict. Excuse me?
I dislike conflict.
No, I dislike conflict.
So
why do you think I like conflict?
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think that we both dislike conflict.
Yes.
But we demonstrate that in different ways.
Oh, yeah. I'm a hothead.
Because
I will pop.
But that's not you wanting to engage in
No, I never
conflict.
want to do it.
Right.
I never want to do it. It's
Yes.
it's almost like a reflex for me. It's unfortunate.
But do you think that popping creates conflict?
What you think?
I'm asking your
But I don't
opinion.
pop for no reason.
That's very true.
Thank you.
Most of the time.
No,
that's very
don't even
true.
try it.
That's very true.
If I'm popping, it's a reason. But I forget it too, don't I?
You forget very quickly.
Yeah, I'm really good
You
about
have
that.
a very short memory as it relates to your pop.
I don't hold a grudge. I'm not mad all night. I ain't withholding sex. I'm not doing all of that.
That's very true, baby. You pop and you forget.
And it's done.
That may be another t-shirt.
But while I'm popping,
It's popping.
it's pretty bad.
Is that Latin blood, you think, baby?
Don't blame it on a whole group of people.
Oh, okay.
It's just me.
It's just you.
It's just me.
The uniqueness that is the Tracy Turner experience. The Tracy experience.
And many people have felt it, unfortunately. You know who you are. I still love you. It's all good.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, we put together a little list, connected to avoiding conflict in marriage, and we've read a lot of things around this in recent weeks and months, and so
We did a YouTube on this too.
we
didn't
actually did a YouTube video
Yeah, Heath and Tracy TV.
on this subject matter. Yes, Heath and Tracy TV and YouTube, you can find a video around this, and so I think that it's been almost a year since we kind of broached this subject, and so I think now that we're engaged in our podcast, it's really good to be able to take these experiences and enhance them for our listening audience.
So the first thing is what we spoke about a little bit. Avoidance.
Yes. I think that's a great technique in terms of avoiding conflict. So you can, one technique is to move to squash it immediately.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, whatever the conflict is, it's the old sermon, meet the storm head on.
Meet the storm head on.
Right?
Don't let it
fester.
Don't let it fester, because that's what it will do.
Yeah, just go right at it. Okay, this is what's going on. This is the issue.
What's the problem?
Let's deal with it right now.
That's my thing. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Is there a problem?
And it's about to be a situation.
It's about to be a problem.
Yeah, so I think that's good. You want to make sure that you take care of it immediately and then move on.
I think the other thing is to accept that some people just like conflict.
Yes. So kind of the second point here is that there are people that are confrontational people in life.
And like it.
Some people really feed off of that.
Yep.
They like that energy. I don't know if that's some kind of evil spirit or if that's just
Now,
people.
there you go, blaming stuff.
Is that just certain people, or is that just like some evil trying to keep people off their game?
I think it is a little bit of an evil spirit.
Yeah.
I try not to look at people
Right.
and just come up with a judgment about who they are.
Yeah.
What is it we always say about? That's a spirit that they have. That's a spirit of jealousy. That's a
what the word
spirit
is,
of
yeah.
hate. That's a spirit of whatever.
Right.
Because it's not the person. It's usually something within the person that is doing that.
Yeah, I think that because we typically will take a Christian view or a spiritual view from these
Because we're Christian.
from this perspective. It says, the word says something about we wrestle not with flesh but with principalities and powers.
Spirits, yes.
And so I think that's what we're seeing. Sometimes when you have these kinds of situations, I heard Pastor say one time, if you've never seen a demon spirit, run to the mirror real quick. You might see one.
Oh, you might, depending on what day it is. But
some people are that way.
But the important thing to remember is what? They're not. Has nothing to do with you.
Right.
And
so you want to make sure that if you're in a relationship situation, in a marital situation, and you are married to or connected to in that way someone who just enjoys conflict, that you have to sort of figure out whatever your coping mechanisms are, that to keep yourself calm, have whether you pivot to the word or through meditation or music or however you best approach those kinds of things, to keep yourself calm and understand that it'll pass, it'll blow over, and everything will be okay.
And that it has nothing to do with you.
And yes, that's correct. Now we do not advocate that you stand for abuse and those kinds of things.
No.
So that's a different podcast. But the point is that you figure out how to deal with the conflict in the best way that you can without exacerbating it.
Right.
Yeah.
The next one is what I like to call
find
your inner happy girl.
Or your inner happy guy.
Yeah, find those whatever moments. That it really, really helps. Mm-hmm. If one of you is having an issue and you're espousing it in a conflicting manner, someone has to take the high road.
Right.
You got to go high sometimes, depending on what the situation is.
Yep.
And sometimes that's acceptance of blame, whatever. But at the end of it, you're okay.
Right.
And you're still happy in your place.
Sure.
And with guys, it's about being cool about it anyway.
Yep.
And being content in your place. And I say happy girl because you ever meet those girls where they just like, hey, what? Yeah, good, chi-chi all the time.
Yes.
All the time. Find that girl and just grab a hold of her and understand it's going to be all right through it because it's temporary anyway. Conflict is temporary.
Right.
So when you understand that and you expect that and you move to your happy girl place, it goes away even faster.
I like it.
And guys like that too.
Oh, yeah. Dudes do not want to be engaged in the stick in the mud, the... Wah, 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 wah,
what do you call it?
The
face. What's the face you call it? The poo-poo face? The face girls get when we get all inked out about something. He has a name for it. I can't remember it right now.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It's like a pucker face, the pucker lips.
Poker face?
I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, but the point is that guys like things easy, like happy girls, guys like easygoing people. Guys don't like a whole lot of static and conflict and drama, right? So
and girls like cool guys.
There you go. So the inner happy girl may be the answer,
and the cool dude may be the answer.
Boom.
Okay. Resolution needs to be a joint effort.
Gotta be, right? Because if just one person is satisfied, then you still might have conflict.
And moving to the end of a solution needs to be a joint effort
because
it's not resolved if I'm just the one fixing the situation.
You got to get together.
You have to get together. You have to have a discussion. You have to be conflicting at some point to get to a resolution.
And that will bring you some bliss.
So how do you do that? Do you need help with it sometimes? I think you need help with it sometimes.
You do. You have to kind of talk through it, figure out the core of what's giving you the problem, what the issue is, right? And then make sure that you kind of figure out how to get it fixed and nipped in the bud.
It could be a third party that you trust.
Uh-huh.
It could be a counselor that you actually pay for.
Could be.
It could be a church member.
Could be some relationship coaches like Heath and Tracy.
You just need sometimes you need that other person or other entity to help you fix it. Right. But the point of it is both of you need to understand that this is an issue that we have. This is a conflict that we have, and it needs to be resolved. You need to get there first. There can't be any, I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yep.
And just stewing in it. That goes back to our first one of not stewing in it. It's to attack it and not avoid it.
Yep.
Or, yeah. Well, the first one was avoidance and getting into conflict.
Right.
But the other one was to meet the storm head on.
Yeah.
So in meeting the storm head on, you have to do it together.
Do it together, attack it, get it resolved. There you go.
Now, a lot of people disagree with the next one.
What's that, baby?
Going to bed angry is okay.
There is some disagreement about that, isn't it?
Well, the Bible says,
don't let the sun go down on your wrath or something like that, right?
yeah, and I'm in agreement with that.
Uh-huh.
But in the reality of a marriage,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think we can talk about interpretations of the Bible. That's not what we do on this show.
No.
So it does not mean that. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I read the Bible. And that is what it says literally.
Literally.
But the Bible is a spiritual document.
Uh-huh.
So,
Go ahead, baby.
yeah, let's just keep it moving. What if you get in an argument at night?
Yeah. So, hopefully you can talk through it, stew through it, figure it out, get together, attack it. But if none of that works, sometimes you need just some time to cool off, to cool down. So it may be, in certain scenarios, it may be appropriate for you to go to sleep.
I can't go to sleep angry. So by the time I've fallen asleep, I'm not angry anymore.
Right. Right. So when you wake up, it's going to all be good.
It's all good.
It's going to be all
Sometimes
blissful.
you need to just go to sleep
Yep.
and look at each other in the morning and figure it out. Now, am I going to make him sleep somewhere else? No. Am I going to sleep somewhere else? No.
Right. Right.
So there we go. Back to the basis of our marriage is we going to get into bed together, mad and not mad, hurt, whatever. And sometimes that touching and sometimes that is going to work through some of that misplaced anger or properly placed anger. It's going to weed through that. The point of it is don't put any extra added pressure on your relationship by saying, oh, we can't go to bed until we figure this out. Are you kidding me? I've been at work all day. I've been dealing with the kids all day. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
You're going to piss me off even more, exacerbate the situation even more because you don't think we need to go to bed angry?
And sometimes when you are tired and you
That's
may
another
be
thing.
hungry or exhausted or what have you, right? You may not be in a frame of mind to attack that issue to its completion right then anyway.
Or you might be too angry to have a discussion.
Yeah.
That can happen.
So you have a cool down period.
You need to cool down.
Yeah.
You need to cool down, and sometimes cooling down is going to sleep.
Yes.
So don't listen to that man.
Use your wisdom.
Use your wisdom.
There you go.
Continue to argue and disagree. That's not. It's just. It's a no.
Right. I like it, baby.
You like that?
Blissfulness.
Bliss.
I think we had one more point that we wanted to kind of flesh out right here on this subject.
Okay.
So I usually like to tell people that when they're angry, then they're probably fearful of something.
Yeah. There's some fear there.
Yeah. So sometimes when you're getting all bent out of shape, you need to stop and ask yourself, what is it that you're
Afraid
afraid of?
Yeah.
Right? And that usually goes to selfishness
Yeah.
because it's all about you.
It's all about me and what I'm afraid of right now.
And because it's all about me, and what you did was a threat to me or how I felt about a certain situation, now I'm angry because I'm fearful that that might not happen anymore. And so I got a problem.
I have a problem.
You didn't treat me the way I wanted to be treated. And so therefore you disrespecting me. And so therefore I'm mad.
Okay. It's not about you. It's about us.
It's about us.
So whenever you're angry, you find yourself angry, or the first place you want to start is with yourself.
Right, right.
Why am I so angry?
Yep, yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm,
I think I get angry sometimes when things aren't done exactly the way that I want them done.
Sure, sure.
And as I've grown in my marriage, I have learned to relax about that.
Right.
You know? And
put some perm on your attitude.
You got to relax. So that's just an example of being selfish. I want it done like this. This wasn't done like I wanted it done. So that's where you find the anger starts creeping in. What am I afraid? I'm afraid it's not going to come out like I want it to come out. Get away from that. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about what do we want? How do we want to move forward? And that's difficult. You've been a person by yourself for some time now.
Yep.
So to all of a sudden move toward involving another person in your decision making and the way you do things and the way you say things and what you think about is difficult, and it takes practice and it takes time. And if things don't turn out or they're not used to them happening the way that you're used to them happening, then you get pissed off.
You need to remember this relationship. That means there's more than one person involved.
And maybe if that keeps happening, maybe you don't need to be in a relationship. Maybe you need to continue to be in a relationship alone, by yourself.
Now, if you're married,
then you need to figure it out.
got to figure it out.
And just start with, I'm angry. Okay. Say that to yourself and then go, why am I angry? What am I afraid of?
Right.
That's what you say. And then you deal with that first. And if that still involves the other person, then you move to communicating about that.
Right.
But the first place you start when when anger kicks in is with self.
Yep.
And then move to, why am I angry? I'm fearful of something. What am I afraid of?
Take yourself out of the center.
And then you can move toward a resolution. Well, those were our that was a quick one.
Yeah, it's okay, baby. It's all right.
It's all right.
Because we want to resolve the conflict quickly so that we can get back to blissfulness.
Yes.
And being joyfully married after. Thanks again for listening today, folks. If you liked any of what you heard, please like, comment, and subscribe to our podcast. Tell a friend, too. And you can engage us at heathentracy.com for all the goings on in our world. Queen Tracy, speak to the people.
Bye, loves.